Okay. All right, we're about to do a pedicure, so I'm just setting myself up here. Okay, let me see. One of your feet. One of your feet. Oh, okay. She's got to get repositioned herself. And I'll zoom you guys in too once she gets set up here. Okay. Let me see a foot. There you go. Okay, I think this will be a good angle. All right, you guys let me know if you need a better angle. Otherwise, I'm gonna go ahead and get into this. So I'm just using my e-file and my little sanding band here. I got my sanding band from, and my little bit here from Nails by Dev. And I just replace the sanding band when I need to, and it's a medium grit. All right, so we're gonna get into it. I'm gonna set my e-file. We're gonna turn it on. Nails by Dev. There we go, 5. Okay. And I'm gonna get started removing. You guys let me know if I need to zoom in any more than what I am, okay? And I may actually scoot her. There she is, okay. Let me fix her up here. Okay. And I'm just gonna remove this polish that we put on last time. You can tell it's held on for so long. I know it. Madam Glam is really good at that.
More than half.
Little toes probably already grown out, huh? Oh, I'll get it. Jandy said she should have shaved her toe. But you know what? That's totally normal for hair to grow in certain places on our bodies. So you just shave it just like you would any other part if you wanted it gone. So I've got a little bitty tiny shaver that I got off of Amazon that I can use for that. Just a little quick, just a little electric shaver. So it won't get it great, but it'll get it good enough. Okay, and I'm just gonna pull this skin away right here so that way I don't risk getting her skin at all. You can certainly go faster if you feel comfortable enough to. It's just I know Jandy, she does not like to be got whatsoever, so I'm gonna run it a little slower. Okay, so we've got all the red off that one. These ones are gonna be super easy because, yeah, they're pretty much grown out halfway at least. We're gonna do some cat eye gels on her toes. We're gonna do 2 different colors. Just kind of mix it up. But make it easy. Something everybody can do. Okay, let me get your next Toto. And for those of you coming in, let me say hello. I don't see anything coming up on my screen, but Jandy's gonna tell me what you guys say and if you have any questions, okay? Huh? Oh, it did? I don't know why it's doing that.
Yeah, look at that.
It's like that now?
Yes.
If you guys are really, really zoomed in, because on Jandy's phone it looks like it's super zoomed in. Let me see if I can, I'm gonna go out and then I'm gonna come back in and hopefully that'll fix it for us. But I did notice that when it does that, it's not me doing it, or it doesn't have anything to do on my end. It must be a YouTube something going on right now. And I'll tell you, I noticed that when I watch, if I look back,
And now it's zoomed back. It was undone. Or it was shrunk.
okay, let me scoot you over just a hair.
I can't even really tell.
She said she's saying it's zoomed back in, so. But when I watch it on the replay, it looks like my screen. So I'm gonna just kind of go by my screen, or it looks similar to my screen. It doesn't look exactly like my screen, but. So I'm just going to,
1, 2, 3, Eva and Bryson.
hey Eva and Bryson. Okay, let me see your other toes. Your other foot. Okay, I'm just gonna keep it right in the center of my screen, and then hopefully that will, you'll still be able to see good, and it'll be okay for the replay. It shouldn't be anything though that any of us should have to worry about. You know what I mean? Hopefully YouTube fixes whatever's going on. I thought maybe it was happening because maybe I was getting like a notification of some kind, even though I had my phone on Do Not Disturb. But I don't think that's it. I don't know. We'll just work with it. I want to get this little bitty piece that's up in here. If you try and you still can't get it, well, I got it that time. But if you try and you can't get it, you can always, we'll switch bits in a minute to a smaller bit that looks like this. And you can always get it with this one. So I don't sweat it if I can't get it with this bit that I'm using now. Hello, everybody.
Kaylee.
Kaylee. I am in Dallas, Texas today. It's supposed to be a hot week this week. So we're trying to stay cool. I just want to have like one day where I don't break out in a sweat. That's kind of what I'm hoping for. Crusader. Okay, and again, we're getting up in this corner, which is a little difficult to do. I'm gonna try to reposition and really pull this skin back as far as I can. And then right on this tip here, I want to get. Okay. Yeah, look at this foot grew even more. Look how it's just at the tip. Madam Glam polish, if you guys haven't checked them out, it's a gel polish, and its ability to stay on, the nail is fabulous.
Macy said hi.
Hey Macy, I've never had it chip or peel, but I have other polishes, so I know it's not just my prep or anything.
Tilly and Connie said it's raining.
It's raining there? Oh, I wish we had some rain.
Tilly says she lives in Deming, New Mexico.
Oh, nice. New Mexico. I love New Mexico. Well, when I went, I loved it. I know it's always different when you live there, but I'm in Dallas, Texas, so yeah, it's not too far from you.
Nayara said hi.
Nayara.
Tilly said there are frogs everywhere.
There are frogs. Oh my gosh. I haven't seen a frog. In years. Years. Get this little bitty bit. There we go. And then this tiny toe. Okay. I do love the rain though. I'm definitely a rain person.
Destiny Slay says hi.
Hey, Destiny.
Coco says hi. My sister lives in Fort Worth.
Coco. Hey, I used to live in Fort Worth too. Fort Worth is not bad. It's a different flow for sure. A different vibe. I like both though. I felt like when I lived out in Fort Worth, it was a little bit more country than Dallas. But I liked both. Okay.
Smod said hi. Mona said,
Hey, Smod.
are you doing acrylics? I think.
We're not gonna do acrylic, we're gonna do gel, and we're just gonna clean up her feet really well, and then we're gonna do a cat eye gel polish.
Tilly said the frogs are huge and poisonous.
Oh my God, poisonous? I didn't even know frogs could be poisonous.
Echo
Oh, that's
said,
scary.
Yes, definitely country Fort Worth. That's right.
Yes, it is. Okay, let me slide that in here. Okay, we're gonna get this little bitty bit. I think I just got mine off of Amazon, I believe, or this one might have come from Erica's ATA. Otherwise, I get them off of Amazon usually. And we're just gonna get up around her cuticle area, which reminds me, let me push her cuticles back first. Okay, so I'm just going to, I'm gonna zoom it in just a little bit. And I'm just gonna push back this cuticle.
Echo said they're called spade foot toes.
Spade foot toes. Ooh, that sounds scary. Doesn't it? Yeah, I don't know that we have those. Or if they do, they hide real well because I know I haven't seen them. Now, one time when I was out in Fort Worth and I was living in the country kind of up by Oklahoma a little bit, like on your way to Oklahoma. And out in Haslett, if anybody knows, if anybody's familiar with that. I was living out in Haslett and I was going from out back to inside and it was dark out and I just had on like a real dim light in the kitchen. And I turned the corner to go into the kitchen and there sat this huge toad. I mean, probably twice as big as her foot. Huge. I screamed so loud. You would have thought I had a dinosaur sitting in the kitchen. It was just so unexpected. You know, normally I'm not afraid of toads, but he completely caught me off guard. And he hopped. I think he hopped like just as I was turning the corner.
Tilly said the spade foot toads have snake eyes.
Oh, yeesh. Yeah, that kind of reminds me of those, there's some turtles, you know, that have those snapping turtles and stuff. Will often have eyes like that. It's creepy. Those snapping turtles are scary too. Okay, let me see this foot over here. Got it. All right. We're gonna clean up her skin too, so I'll show you how to do that too. And tell you about that bit, which is one of my favorite bits. And you can I got a couple, so you can use like one for hands and one for feet, you know, to kind of, if you want to keep those tools separate. I mean, either way you're sanitizing them, but you know, I know some people just don't want to work on their feet with something they've worked on their toes with.
Tilly loves turtles.
You love turtles? Oh my gosh, I'm scared of them. Yeah, they creep me out. I used to rescue them, you know, all the time, especially out in the country. But they can be a little scary. Some of them are huge. I'd rescue, though, just about anything I found out there on the road. It didn't have to be just something little. Sometimes it was stuff I was absolutely petrified of. But I didn't want it to get hit. So I had to do it. Okay, we've got our toenails pushed back, and I'm just gonna work on this foot since it's right in front of me. I'm gonna turn my little e-file with that thin bit. It's a cuticle bit, and I'm just gonna turn it. We're gonna go for 5 again.
Tilly said we have mountain lions over here.
Oh yeah, oh man.
Mary Burt.
Wow.
She must have at zoomed in on her phone too. She said, what part of her body is it at?
Oh no. We're on toes. Let me try to zoom it out and I'll zoom it back in real quick. Okay, I'm gonna let it set zoomed out for a second. And then I'm gonna zoom it back in. Hopefully that will fix it for you, Tilly.
No, Mary.
Oh, Mary, sorry.
Coco, I have African clawed frogs. They're aquatic and cute.
Oh, are they pink though? Have you seen the little pink frogs? They're freaking adorable.
Monique said hi.
Monique.
And Violet the frog said hi.
Hey, Violet. I would be so scared if there were mountain lions and stuff, bears or mountain lions. That might do me in from ever living in the country if that was the case. Because I'm assuming those kind of animals don't go in towards the city, do they? Or do they? They might.
Tilly loves the pink frogs.
I do too. The tiny pink frogs are so cute. Okay, hopefully you guys can see. I'm just getting up around this cuticle. And I'm getting any part too that just hasn't been gotten by the file yet.
Jimin said hi. Mary.
Hey, Jimin.
Mary Burt, I'm new here. The logo is my mom's picture.
Aw, hey, Mary.
Tilly, sometimes they go into the city. Maybe the mountain lions or the frogs.
Oh, no, the mountain lions. Sometimes they go into the city. That's nuts. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine.
Coco said frogs are better than fish in her opinion.
Yeah, I'm afraid of fish too.
Mary's having trouble too. I can't see the.
Mary, I'm so
Edge
sorry. Do I need to, is it over this way that I need to go? You and Jandy's phones are both the same. Your view. It will be okay though on the replay if you can't stand it. You can always watch it on the replay. Unfortunately, I can't tell what y'all's phones
Coco said we're
look
really,
like.
really close. Hard to see.
Oh,
But
okay.
yours isn't?
No, but I'm going to flip you guys around. Shut your eyes for a second because it's going to be bright. Did that fix anything? Let me know. Jandy's going to let me know. She said no. Okay, I'm going to zoom out.
Just stay zoomed out for a little bit or something.
Okay, I'll stay zoomed. Jandy suggested staying zoomed out for a little bit, so that's what I'll do. And we'll give it a break and see if it'll correct itself. I'm just really you've kind of seen what I've been doing. I'm just getting up around the cuticle.
They tried to feed the mountain lions tuna because they like it.
Now, do the mountain lions attack y'all, or do they actually, not bother you? Because I guess I didn't even think about the fact that they might get used to people and not bother them.
Mary said, might watch this whole something. I like it. You seem like a nail artist.
Aw, yes, I am. I love this kind of stuff. I didn't realize how much I loved it until I got a little older, and then I was like, oh, I love this.
They said maybe that's better for now.
Okay, good. We'll use this shot for now. I'm almost done with this anyway, this part.
And when you see it on the replay, it's fine the whole time?
Yeah, when I see it on the replay, it looks like similar to what my screen looked like. So yeah, it's kind of strange how it's doing. Okay, let me dust her foot off. And now we're going to use my file board, my emery board, just to shape up these toes. And I'm just using a medium emery board.
Tilly has flat foot. What should I do to fix that?
Well, I don't know, because I don't know much about flat foot. Jandy's got flat feet too, although you kind of can't tell. She's got a little bit of an arch. I guess it's not totally flat. My arch is extremely high, and I don't know. I never could really fix that either. I did go to the foot doctor to see about fixing what I needed to do to correct it, but they did give me like some inserts for my shoes just to make them more comfortable. But other than that, for mine though, I remember the doctor said that that's just like probably kind of what runs in my family. Like, I guess it can be a hereditary, condition that runs in your family, which I think mine is, because yeah, my siblings and stuff are the same.
Mary said a few days ago I got a really big splinter and was making me
Oh,
stand on my heel basically, and then it showed out 3 huge splinters.
oh my gosh.
Billy's dad has the foot thing, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got a splinter in my thumb. You can see it on some of the videos. It was from like a rose. And oh man, I just could barely get it out. I'm hoping that the last time I messed with it, maybe I finally got all the splinters, but I'm really not 100% sure yet. I should know though in about a week. It should start bothering me again if I didn't get it out. And I guess because I've messed with it so much, and it's been since Mother's Day that I had it, I'll probably go to the dang doctor, I guess, if I can't get it myself. Thank you for the hearts. Okay, let me get this Toto. I just try to go straight across best I can here. And this one needs to be a little bit shorter. Let me get it with the clippers. Get my little clippers. Some of these toes like to grow a lot faster than others. So we're just gonna nip it where we need to. Okay, and then we're just gonna go straight across. If you feel like the sides are like a little bit harsh, you can just kind of angle your file just a little bit and run up along that side. Let me get in here. And I'm just gonna kind of come down with it because her toes kind of, this toe at least kind of jets out just right on that tip. Do you see where it kind of jets out just a little bit? And I don't want that to get caught on anything. So I'm just gonna kind of file it down a little bit.
Tilly said I have ingrown nails.
Oof, that hurts.
Annalie said hi.
Hey, Annalie. Yeah, ingrown toenails hurt bad.
Mary said this is my favorite channel now.
Well, Mary, I'm so glad. Oh. Okay, let's get this little corner here. I've noticed too, I've been watching several pedicure videos, and sometimes I see some things that I've just never, ever, ever seen before or even thought of was a thing, which I haven't come across it yet. Doing nails, I have yet to come across anything really different, really different, But there's a lot of different things, a lot of people have different situations going on.
Mary said my mom's aunt is a nail artist.
Oh, nice. That's wonderful. Have you ever thought about doing it yourself or not really your thing? Your aunt's a nail artist. That's so cool. I really enjoy it. She's kind of whacked at her toes, so I'm just going to try to shape them up best I can. Like this one, she's really kind of cut in over here.
Mary has a black dog named Coco.
Coco. I love black dogs. I had a little black poodle when I was younger.
Granny's was black.
Your grandma's was black. Little black poodles, yeah.
Gripey little thing.
Gripey. Well, they probably had to put up with you kids, you know. I don't blame them. Okay, so we've shaped that up about as good as we can do. I don't really want to go. Let me see what's going on in this corner. I just kind of need to bring it in, I guess, a little bit. We can try to go as short as we can possibly go. And then we're going to call that one a day. Okay, there we go. All right, let's get this little one. I have noticed, though, that feet are difficult to do because there's not much of a toe, you know, to hang on to.
Tilly said, do you have any pets?
Oh my gosh, yes. I have 8 pets. I've got 4 dogs and 4 cats. I have a little dog that looks like Lady from Lady and the Tramp. She's a Cavalier King Charles. She's a sweetheart. She's the baby of the family. And then I've got a big dog, a big Mastiff. It's a French Mastiff, so he looks like Turner and Hooch, if you guys ever saw Turner and Hooch. And then we have a little black Chihuahua, a little black and gray Chihuahua. And we have a little Yorkie. The Yorkie and the black and gray Chihuahua, it's Crawford and Rascal, and they are the old ones of the crew. Then we have 4 cats. The cats, though, are easy peasy for the most part. We do have one that's diabetic, so we have to give it insulin shots, but
Coco said Chihuahuas are the best.
yes, they are.
Tilly lives on a farm, so I like
Oh,
200
wow. 200 animals. I would too if I lived on a farm, let me tell you. I absolutely would. I would definitely have horses because I've always loved horses. I had them when I was real little, but they weren't at my parents' house. They were at like a grandparent's house. And so you know how that is. You don't get to ride them all the time. I mean, when I did go over to my grandma's, let me tell you, I just about never came off that horse. That poor horse. I rode that thing with skates on, roller skates on, and everything else.
Mary said they have some zigzags, some polka dots, and a smiley face, maybe on her nails.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Michaela said hi.
The polka dots are really huge right now. Hey, Michaela. Okay, I'm going to thin this one out just a tad. There we go. You've also kind of done a little bit of something on this one.
Tilly loves goats too.
Yeah, goats are great.
Saturn says hi.
Goats are kind of like dogs in a way. Maybe a little bit more mischievous, but... Okay, there we go. All right, let's get you dusted off here. Hey, Saturn.
My real name is Amara.
Amara.
Susan.
That's a gorgeous name. I love that. Amara. That's really pretty. Okay, we're gonna just kind of clean her foot off, and then we're gonna do her skin real quick, and then we'll get into our cat eye polish, which should be a lot of fun. Yeah, polka dots are huge, and I actually thought when we were trying to decide what we were gonna do with Jandy here with her toenail art, I did think about the polka dots, doing like a polka dot look, but then the cat eyes came in and I was like, oh, we need to do the cat eyes.
Mara is asking, are you, I guess if you do males also, she thinks she would be the best one.
Oh yeah, I definitely do.
Tilly,
I enjoy it a lot.
Tilly has all rescue animals. We don't kill them ever.
Yes, same here. Well, we have put a couple of our babies to sleep, but it was, you know, when it got down to what we knew was left was suffering and there weren't any other options, just to save them from the suffering, because it was real hard to watch. we've had a couple that we did have to watch the suffering on because we didn't have, you know, that's just the way it was, and that hurt my heart. It does hurt your heart, though, doesn't it, when something like that happens to these little babies. Okay, let me see your other foot, Jandy. Let's get this one cleaned up. I gotta get some more acetone on my little pad here.
Tilly didn't want to put my dog down either.
I know, it's so hard. It's such a hard decision to make.
Shannon said hi.
Hey, Shannon.
Tilly, her dog's name, I guess, was Pocky.
Pocky, aw. Pocky.
Amara, how do I watch the videos of yours? This is just the first one.
Yeah, you can always you can subscribe to the channel. That'd probably be the best way to go. And then there's a whole playlist of lives and recorded videos. I've got both on there because ever since, well, actually since before I started nail school, I started filming because I wanted to document my journey. And I just got out of nail school, I believe it was a year ago, I think, around about then. And then I've been trying to grow my business. I just work from home. Oh yeah, let me show you this bit real quick. So this is for skin. It's got the holes in it so that way it doesn't get too warm. And it's super, super delicate. I'm just gonna put it, again, I'm just gonna put it on 5. We're just gonna kind of keep the prep all at 5. And anywhere that looks kind of dry, do you see where it just kind of looks a little dry in through here? I'm just gonna gently buff it across the skin. And I'll just kind of spend a little bit of time over here. And then I'll move to another spot. And I'll just kind of work myself around that toe. That way we're just kind of giving like a little area a break. We'll come over here. I see this little bitty corner. If you have a tiny area that you need to feel like you need to get up into better, that cuticle bit that we used last will work for you real well too.
Why is the toe hairy?
Oh,
Forgot to fucking shave it.
Jandy says because she forgot to shave it.
Oh, dang.
But actually that's a real normal place. By your knuckles is a really normal place. You know, if you're blessed with good hair genes, then you have a tendency to get a little bit there. There we go. We're just tickling at it. The skin right here in front of where the toe likes to grow, where the toenail grows, the skin right in front likes to get a little used and abused. So we got to kind of clean it up a little bit. There we go, get in here a little bit better. And you can also use this, you know, if you want to use it to go around the cuticle area. You can do that. I like this bit a lot. It's a skin, like for your skin. I think it's a skin polisher is what they call it. I got mine from Erica's ATA. She sells a lot of bits for pedicures and things like that. We're almost done with this part on this foot. I'm just gonna kind of run this over this top nail real quick. Just kind of thin it out. Okay, then I like to go around and just check, is there anywhere else that just needs a quick touch up? And I wanna get right in here. You can see how her skin's just kind of dry right there. She doesn't get horribly calloused. She's lucky, but that way we can just kind of polish it up.
Tilly has to get off this live. Thank you for talking to me. I will send off a bunch of hearts.
All right, Tilly, thank you so much. And if you guys are enjoying the live, hit that like button. That always helps the channel grow and people to notice.
Not Felicia. Is that right?
Hey, Natalisha. That's a pretty name too, really different. Yeah, she's lucky. She doesn't get too calloused in here. Just a little bit. Let me see back here by your, okay. Have you got a freckle right there? She's got a freckle. You got a freckle on your heel. That's kind of cute. We're just gonna buff up the skin.
Kona said hi.
Hey, Kona. And I just try to kind of hop around. Like, it's hard because you really just want to get like here. Like, I would love to just go to town right there on that one. But it's just better if you just kind of jog around, tickle around a little bit.
And two said hi. Deborah said hi.
Hey, Antu and Deborah.
Kona, how are you doing today?
Akona. Doing good, doing good. Can't complain.
Tilly says my name is Samara.
Samara. Oh, nice. That's gorgeous. Samara. That sounds like a princess name, doesn't it? Okay, that feels good. Let me see your other foot. Let's see what we need to do on this one. Yeah, this toe.
Two is watching from Kenya.
Oh, nice, Kenya. Wow, that's so crazy. Are you guys, how's your weather there? Is it hot? It's hot here in Dallas.
Kona said nice work.
Thank you. Okay, let's go over here and mess around, and then we'll come back to that little spot that wants to be stubborn. I'm just gonna kind of pull this back a little bit.
Maria said something in a different language. Muito bom.
Hey, Maria.
Kona, where do you live now?
I'm in Dallas, Texas. So I'm in the big city. It's nice out here, though. I can't complain. It is getting hot, though. I'm about done with this heat. About ready for winter already. Already. And we hadn't even really gotten to the summer yet. Shoot. It's already too hot.
And two, have you ever been in Africa?
I've never been to Africa, but oh, I would love to go. I would love it.
Deborah says hello. I'm in Spring, Texas, I guess.
Oh, in spring. Oh, wow. Hey, Deborah.
Kona lives in Italy.
Italy. Oh, my gosh. Wow, we've got some faraway places in here. That's wonderful.
Jared just purchased myself a bunch of new pedicure tools and a buffer.
Nice, nice. I did the same thing well, I guess it's been about 2 months ago now. I loved it. This is one of my favorite tools, though, just because it gets the skin so well and it's so soft.
Someone from Germany is here.
Germany, wow. Oh, I would love to try. I hope that one day I can travel the world because I would love to see it all. I really haven't even been that far in the United States yet. Shoot. Things will have to get more affordable, though, to travel. That's for sure. I wish traveling wasn't so expensive.
No.
The big dog's wanting to start a ruckus. Yeah, we hear y'all. We hear ya. Okay, let me come back to the big toe and just try to get these couple spots. And sometimes you may like work on like some spots and you just can't get it. I feel like it's best to just give the skin a break and either come back to it later or come back to it next pedicure. Just kind of make yourself a note. That's what I do. Just kind of be like, okay, well, last time I had trouble here.
Mary said hi.
Hey, Mary. All right, we are done with that. So now we're gonna get on to the exciting part, the cat eye part. And what I'm gonna do to clean up her foot here, I'm just going to grab my alcohol and I'm just gonna go over anywhere that we touched with the e-file just to make sure we cleaned everything up. I mean, definitely there's not any skin breakage or anything like that. So, but we just wanna make sure everything is clean. Everything is nice and clean.
That is nice work. A lot
Thank
of people
you.
need this kind of service.
Absolutely, I agree.
Deborah said I'm a native Coloradonian,
Uh-huh.
but moved here to be next to my youngest daughter.
Oh, Deborah, that's nice. I would love, Colorado would be one of the places I would love to live.
You're lucky your client is not ticklish.
Right? I know, I would be the worst client. For the same reason. I've never been able to get a massage for that very reason.
Something Petrosian said hi. I don't know how you pronounce it.
Is that Ishka? That's a gorgeous name too. Helena? That's pretty. Okay, now we've got them all wiped down. Now we're gonna get into our polish, the exciting part. All right, Jandy, I'm gonna put your foot just like that. I'm actually gonna do one more thing because I just noticed that I was gonna get back up in this little corner, just on a couple of the toes. I wanna get right up in here, right in here, where that little bit of skin is just kind of hanging on for dear life. So I'm just gonna go on 5 again, but with my really slender bit. I'm gonna pull back that skin as much as I can and just kind of buff it out. I can see right up in here, there's a little bit of material I wanna get. See, that looks good. This toe right here. I wanna get this a little bit better. There we go. Okay, let me see your other foot real quick.
Jose said hi.
Hi, Jose.
Sherry is having issues seeing.
You're having problems seeing, Sherry? Let me try, I'll try to zoom out here in a second, and I'll zoom back in, and we'll see if that helps it for you, okay? It's showing a different array of views for everybody.
It's Emmy's birthday. Can I get a shout out?
Yes, hey, Emmy, happy birthday. And what you might try to do, I've never tried it like this before, and Jandy can try it actually on her end and see if it works. Try to go out of the feed and then come right back in and see if that fixes your view. But I'm gonna try it on my end too, right now. Let's see. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. And then here in a second, I'm gonna zoom it back in. Okay, let me move that out the way.
Ryan said, how y'all doing?
Doing good, can't complain. We're just cleaning up spots and bits. I'm going back over it with that alcohol. Just making sure. Let me see this foot.
What are you doing?
We're gonna do a cat eye polish. That's coming up right now. It'll be really pretty. It does like a gemstone, like a cat eye gemstone effect. And we're gonna do 2 different colors. So on one foot, we're gonna do this green, which is really pretty. And then on the other, we're gonna do this blue. So she'll have a little bit of different. She likes doing different. So that's what we're gonna do.
Nellie said no washing the feet first.
No, actually, this is called a dry pedicure. That's a great question, though. This is called a dry pedicure. And this is what they do for people who have a lot of autoimmune diseases. You do your filing and stuff just dry. And then you come through and you're going to use your just your alcohol and your acetone to kind of clean stuff. Like over her skin and stuff when I worked on it, I just used my alcohol. So her foot actually never goes inside of a tub. And they started out doing this for people who have like autoimmune issues and medical conditions, because it was really dangerous for them to have their foot in a tub of water if that water, if for any reason that tub wasn't sanitized all the way through. They're so susceptible to getting different things, and some of those things, can cause you to lose your foot and sometimes your life. So they decided to come out with a really healthy way for autoimmune compromised people to have pedicures, and it's called a dry pedicure. I love it. Definitely, I think it's not for, if you're someone that likes to do the soak in the bowl and things like that, it's not great. But if you're someone that likes to get business done and you're not really about the soaking part, but you like the rest of it, like you like the massage and you like, the toenail work and stuff, this is a great way to go. I like it because myself, I'm autoimmune compromised. So I like doing the dry pedicures because I don't have to put myself at risk either of anything. So
Got yellow toenails. Need to get some fungal cream.
oh, is it coming off yellow? No, she's good actually. If it looks yellow, it could be my light, because my light does have my light's got different settings on it, and it may have a bit of that yellow tint to it, but I'm not seeing it.
To get your toe separators.
Yeah, she reminded me to get my toe separators. I always forget. There we go. Okay, let's get toe separators. Oh, and I used all my ones that I had real close. Let me grab my other one. Okay, this is a new toe separator we'll try. I'm not sure that I'm gonna love it because it's got a hoop that we got to jump through. But I got it from the Daiso store. All right. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Big toe.
Dry pet. Nellie just said dry pedicure. Didn't know that was a thing. Good to know.
Yeah. And that where I get some of my bits from, it's called Erica's ATA, but she also has a YouTube channel. That's where I learned how to do my dry pedicures, was watching her. Well, this is is it too thick to fit?
Probably just smash it in there.
Okay. I thought she was resisting me. She's not, that's as far as her toe will spread. Okay. Yeah, these are not great, but that'll do the trick. Okay. Let me get you suited up over here. This is kind of made for a big foot. This might be a man's toe separator. Yeah, it's really big. Let me try to.
That's a good idea.
Yeah, I guess so. It's kind of strong too, isn't it, Jandy?
I was gonna say you can push a little harder if you need.
She's told me to push harder, but I don't know. I don't want to. I feel like I'm splitting you.
What is that?
This toe separator. It's the way her toes won't hit each other when they're trying to dry.
I think it's zoomed in again.
Okay, I'm gonna zoom out. I'm zooming out so you guys can see. And then once I give it a second, then I'm gonna zoom back in. Her poor little toe over here is barely hanging in there, but. Okay, let me get, here we go. We're gonna go with our blue first, okay? So I've got my magnet ready. You'll need a magnet for the cat eye polishes. I'm gonna try to zoom in, but not too much because I don't want it to completely lose some people. Hopefully that is good enough. Oh, I gotta switch my glasses real quick. I'm kind of like Mr. Rogers. I gotta switch glasses so I can see a little bit better. Okay. Because you gotta get up close. All right, let's drop some of that on there. Once you get a good amount on here on the nail part, then you can worry about up by the cuticle. And I'm just gonna rock it. And rock it. And just go all the way around. When you get ready to come down the side, you're just gonna come straight down. Once you feel like you've got it brushed on there pretty good, and it's all coating the nail and everything like this one, we're gonna grab our magnet, and I'm just going to kind of put it around. I may not have the right side of this. Let me see. Sometimes it's a little tricky because you got to get the right side of this magnet. There we go. Do you see the sheen on it? There. So pretty. Okay, I'm gonna freeze this into place with my little light. So I've just got a little light that I got from Amazon. And just gonna turn that on and freeze it into space, into place. There we go. I like white, Mary. That's one of my favorite, one of my favorite colors or non-colors, however you want to say that. I love white nails and toes. And I like all the shades of white. Probably the hardest one I'm having trouble with right now, and it's such a popular color, it is like a really light buttery white. It's very, very like trendy. And I don't know why, probably because when people think of yellow, they think, oh, there's something wrong, you know? So I think that's why I have a little bit of trouble with it, but it's so popular. And I got a really great color for it the other day from Madam Glam for doing that. I need to do it and make myself like it. There we go. Isn't that pretty how it does? Okay, freeze it again. After we do each toe, or sorry, not each toe, after we do each foot, I'm gonna put her under the big light inside the little lamp thing just for 30 seconds. But this is just kind of a quick cure is what it's called. And we're just kind of freezing it into place. Hey, Nia, so I was actually telling everybody that's been here, something's going on with YouTube right now, and different people are on the lives, people are getting different angles from the camera. So right now on my screen, we're actually kind of zoomed out, and I'm in the center of my camera. On my moderators, she's also seeing it really zoomed in. I'll go out and come back in, go back out and come back in occasionally just to try to fix it for whoever, but kind of different people have different views. And what I've noticed is when YouTube is doing that, on the replays, it actually, as long as I stayed in the center, or what I thought was the center, then it actually stayed in the center. But it is kind of zoomed in crazy, I know. I know what you mean. Hey, Michael. Doing good. After I finish this toe, I'm going to zoom out. I'll do a toe, and then we'll zoom back in, and we'll see if that fixes it for people.
The chat is in the way.
Oh, yeah, I don't know how to turn off the chat. I mean, I don't know how to get it out the way. Here, let me try to scoot her up a little bit. How about that? Let's try that. I'm going to leave it zoomed out right now just to try to give YouTube a chance to fix it. And this polish only requires 1 coat, so if you do 2 coats, it's certainly not going to hurt it, and it's not going to, do anything as far as it won't make it more. Unfortunately, I don't think. Now, some people would disagree, but I feel like it definitely makes it more bulky, because you do kind of have to put these cat eye polishes on a little thicker than what you would regular polish, just so that way you can get that glitter in there to move. But freeze this into place. Okay, let me get this one here. Okay, I'm going to try to zoom back in again. Okay, I'm going to just scoot you right here. You see what I'm saying? You got to hang on to those toes. It can be difficult. Let me get some of this off my brush. That toe separator is kind of crazy.
You can turn off the chat. I guess this is for the people watching. You can turn it off. Just click on the 3 dots on the top right.
Oh,
You'll
thank
find
you.
Live chat.
Who said that? Abdella, thank you so much for that. So they said that you could, up in the corner of your YouTube, if you want to turn your chat off on your end, that on those of you that are watching, you can, there's 3 dots up in the corner of the video at the top, and it will give you the option. Let me try to get your toe better. It will give you the option to turn the chat off, so that way it won't be in your way if you don't want to look at it. It usually doesn't bother me, but I'm used to watching with it on. Thank you, Abdullah. Goodness, that's good to know. There it goes. We just want that sparkle to come out. We got the kitty yelling in the background. Okay, so before I switch to that other foot, let me go ahead and take this off. And I'm gonna use the big light to go on her foot, and then we'll get to work on the other foot. So let me slide this in here, Jandy, on you. You want to scoot your foot over here just the tiniest bit? Like, there you go. There you go. Okay, and we're just going to go 30 seconds. Oh, I forgot I didn't have it turned on. I was like, what's wrong with my lavender lamp? It's not coming on. Okay, so she's in that light. Okay, and we're gonna do this cat eye next on the other foot, and it's a pretty green. Really, really pretty. I'll just wait though for that one to finish. That way we don't have too much going on our screen. There you go. Okay, that foot can rest. And let me get over here on this one. All right. There you go. I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit so you guys can see. I'll figure out what's going on with that YouTube. I'll Google later and see what I can find. It just started doing it. Oh, what, Jandy, would you say about 2 weeks ago or so?
Can't remember.
Yeah, I think about 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, now zoom out. We can't see now.
Oh, you can't see now. Okay.
That's true.
Okay, I'll keep it like this. I'll go in a little bit closer here in a second, but maybe that'll help some people's screen.
She says, no, you're too high.
Oh, okay, here, I'll scoot down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I put it up high because somebody was saying that it was too, you know, that the words that people were putting in was too close, or too, blocking the whatever. Blocking the whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. But at some point, we have to kind of say, well, we can't, you know, please everybody. But I will certainly try my best to accommodate best I can here. I want to get up in this corner just like the slightest bit better. So I'm going to see if you guys, I'm going to zoom y'all in just so you can hopefully see this part. So right in here, it's missing, and it's just because her toenail just kind of dips in a little bit here. So I'm just going to get my little bitty brush and just bring some of that over. Same thing right here, her skin just kind of wants to cover up over this nail. So I'm just going to bring this down. There we go. Let's do our magnet effect.
Robert said hi.
Hey, Robert. I want to get this to shift over here. I'm going to put a little bit more polish.
Mohammed said hi.
Hey, Mohammed. I'm just going to kind of go back over the surface because sometimes if you feel like it's not shifting really well, that'll kind of help. And then, of course, anywhere you get it on the skin, you just want to swipe that off. Let me get up in this corner here. Like we've got a little bit right here on her skin. There we go.
Deborah said this is cool and pretty.
It is, isn't it? I love watching that glitter move around in there. And it's such a pretty color. Okay, let me get that just a little bit more. There we go. Okay, now set that in place. You can kind of see where there's a little bit of gel on her skin right here, but we'll get it cleaned up in the end here. That should just flake off, especially once we go around with a little bit of alcohol. It'll come right off.
Diego said hi.
Diego, hello. Maggie. Thank you, Deborah. Okay. I just rock it back down there by that cuticle. And I'll tell you, even though I've been doing this now for, well, about 2 years since like school and everything, with school and everything, um, I'm still learning, still growing. It's just one of those things I think you just have to keep doing and doing and doing until it kind of becomes, you know, second nature. I used to be extremely sloppy though with painting. I was not good at it.
Addison says, hey.
Hey, Addison.
Adela says it looks great.
Thank you, Abdella. Okay, I'm gonna put your foot in my hand here. Okay, let's get this Toto.
Can you tell my cousin Emma hi?
Hey, Emma. Okay, let me clean this up. Here we go.
Maria said hello.
Maria. Okay, let's freeze this one into place.
Maria says I love her channel.
Oh, thank you, Maria. That's so sweet. I just try to keep it real and show you guys what this is like. So it took me a long time to come around to doing nails. I always loved it back in high school. And then when I got out of high school, I got busy doing other things, you know, like doing different jobs. And I enjoyed learning different things and working in different industries. But I just got, you know, swept up on, I guess you kind of get swept up sometimes on what you feel like you should be doing versus what you might enjoy doing, you know? So it wasn't until after I got to kind of sit back down and think what I want to do with my life and what kind of job do I want to have. And I thought, you know what? I'm watching a lot of YouTube videos on pedicures and manicures and stuff. And I really do enjoy it. I like to be able to do it for myself. I find it really relaxing. It's hard to do yourself, but I do find it extremely relaxing. Kind of takes your mind off of any troubles or anything. And it's usually, you know, it's usually pretty.
Maria Teresa said hi.
Maria Teresa. But I'm glad I finally got into it. And honestly, school was only like here in the United States, we have to go to school for it and get licensed. And I went part-time because I was like, well, I don't know that I could just sit and do nails full-time, like, you know, while I'm learning, you know, that's going to be hard. But I just went part-time, but I was still done quickly. I think it took about 7-8 months. I think it was, and I was done. I learned a lot.
Maria is Brazilian.
Oh, Brazilian, wow. I bet it's warm there too. You don't understand me? Oh no. I'm from Dallas, Texas.
She uses the translator.
Ah, translator. Yeah, that's so handy. I love that translator. Okay, she's going in this little device here. She's just got her feet up on my desk. I figured that'd be easy to do with her up there. So she's sitting on a really tall ladder so she can be comfortable. And she's got her feet on my desk. And for my top coat, I'm gonna use Nail Order. I really, really like this top coat a lot. I just got it online. Okay, I'm gonna move this from you. And let's get these shined up, and then we're gonna do our oil and shine up our feet a little bit. Get it looking good. Let me kick off some of this out of my bottle. Okay. So we'll get our pretty top coat on. Yeah, this is a really easy pedicure. And your nail art, you know, is going to be in your cat eye there. You can always do nail art on top of the cat eye. I think that's really pretty too. And if you like kind of a more velvet finish on your cat eye, you can just use like a matte top coat and that'll keep everything just very muted. I like that look too, especially if you're doing like a white or an off-white. I think that's really pretty. I like the black though too, matted. Looks very nice. Okay, I'm gonna put her in the light again. She's gonna go in the light this time for 60 seconds because this is a different top coat. And I wanna make sure, let me zoom out again. Make sure that that all cures.
Laura likes that green color.
You do like the green? I can't decide whether I like the green or the blue more, so you're gonna get to see the blue here in a second and we'll top coat it. Oh, Maria, you're 10. Those were the good days. Enjoy being 10. That's when you got to play and ride your bike and roller skate and swim. I miss swimming. Thank you, Maria. Okay, let me see your other foot. Another one. Okay. Yeah, that's a pretty color too. There you go. And I'm gonna zoom in just a little bit. This one looks kind of like a lake, doesn't it? Like a pool vibe. Yeah, it's very like glass. Okay. All right, now we're gonna go back in that light. So I'm gonna zoom you guys back out. There we go. And again, she's gonna go in just 60 seconds, so 1 minute. While she's doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and get the next part out. So I'm gonna use my Cusio, I believe it's called Cusio Pomegranate and Fig Cuticle Revitalizing Oil. We're gonna use that. And then I'm also gonna use my C&D lotion. The lotion is huge, otherwise I would stick it under here, but it's really big. It smells like cherries. It's called Black Cherry and Nutmeg Lotion by C&D. But this is kind of where, even on like your dry pedicure, this is where they get a chance to kind of have a little bit of, you know, nice smelling stuff. And okay, let me see. I'll do this one first. Okay, so I'm just gonna get my cuticle oil open. There we go. And I'm just gonna drop just a little bit on each toenail. And then I like to work it in. So I'm just gonna work it all the way around that nail. and a little bit on her skin, but don't forget to get the front of your toes because that likes to get dry up too. Likes to dry up on us. Yeah, I don't know which one's my favorite, the blue or the green. I like them both. Okay, let me see your other foot. Which one do you like better, Jandy? Whoop.
I don't know. I like both of them.
She likes both of them too.
It's kind of look like water.
Yeah, it does. Oh, it is similar to the polish I'm wearing. Just get it worked in that skin. Oh, you're going to go to sleep? Okay, we'll have sweet dreams and a good night. Thank you for coming on to watch. You'll have to subscribe so that way you can come back for another one. I usually come on at this time, and I do it several times a week. And we'll just sit and chit-chat and do some nail art and stuff. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and get my lotion. And this lotion will really help to lock in that oil. I should have rolled up her pant leg, shouldn't I? There we go. Okay. You've got some blisters on your foot. What'd you do? Oh, she scratched on accident. It's been really bad allergies around here. I get it, Maria. I go to sleep early too, usually. I might get back up at midnight or later, but I always go to sleep early. Oh, and here it's nighttime, my time. It's evening time. Okay, I'm gonna bend your knee. There you go. So there's one foot. Let me see your other foot. Okay, let's get this one oiled up. She's got some tattoos on her. Here it is like 5:45 in the evening. So like dinner time. Oh yeah, you've got, what's his name? Let me see if you guys can see. She's got this little guy tattooed, Stitch. Yeah, her Stitch tattoo. He's cute. Okay, here, I'll pull this down for you. Okay, let me see your other foot. I'm gonna put both your feet right here. So here we go. Ooh, which one do you guys like better? I might be favoring the blue. I feel like blue is very, I feel like it's kind of summery, like pool. And then I'm gonna show you too, whenever your feet move, or whenever the light kind of moves and catches your feet a little bit differently. Let me get that. There we go. Then it kind of reflects that light a little bit differently. That's pretty though. All right, Jandy, you're all done. Thank you guys for coming in and watching. If you enjoyed this kind of content, if you'll remember to hit that like for me, and if you would like to see more, just subscribe, and you can always go back and catch my videos. You like the blue better too? Yeah, I'm thinking I do too. I like both, but yeah, possibly the blue a little bit better. Okay, I will see you guys soon. Next time we'll do a little bit more involved nail art, okay? All right, I'll see you later.